Hey everybody, this is Kyle, your driven autism dad. I wanted to do a quick video today just to say happy Martin Luther King Day and kind of tie that into something that happened to me early on in our family. So just so you'll know, one of the reasons that I do so many videos of just I try to be uplifting and happy and show you my family in a state of happiness. It's not because we don't have challenges that we still face, we do. But out there on the internet, if you go to Facebook pages and a lot of these things, there's a lot of, it seems, doom and gloom and difficulty. And a lot of families, I find, are stuck in the this is our new life kind of situation. And it kind of makes me sad. And I think people can start to believe that there's no hope or this is kind of their new life and it's just going to be a struggle and difficult and they're always going to have to face these challenges. And the reason I do what I do is to let you know that you can create a world where you're in the top 1% happy families and top 1% happy marriages, even as you raise your kids on the autism spectrum. And that's what we did. And in the spirit of Martin Luther King Day, you know, his famous I Have a Dream speech, I remember early on in our situation where our family was in peril and we were struggling. And, you know, I remember I had a book on my shelf called Imaging, The Power of Imaging. And I can't remember who, it's an old book, but it talked about how you, in your mind, kind of create the world that you want to see. And that will help you really create strategies and put forth the effort to actually build that kind of world in your life. And I won't go into too much detail here, but I recalled when I was a kid, I played basketball, and I remember being in middle school. And one of our coaches in middle school suggested that imagining you're making free throws in basketball can be almost as powerful as practicing and making free throws, right? And I said he was full of crap. I wasn't a believer at the time. And I remember he took our PE class and broke us into three groups. And he measured how good we all were. And I was a pretty good free throw shooter in middle school at the time. And so what he did was he took those three groups, and one group he had to do nothing, right? The next group for 2 weeks, he had them practice free throws in the gym during that hour of PE. And that's all they did for 2 straight weeks. The third group, and I was one of those, he had to sit in the bleachers, close our eyes, and imagine we were making free throws over and over and over. And I'll never forget when we came back after a couple of weeks and he measured us again. The group that hadn't practiced obviously was the same. The group that had practiced was like 20% better. A pretty high number, right? And that makes sense. They practiced, they made free throws and they practiced. And the group that sat on the bench and imagined was almost 20% better. Me personally, I was like 25% better. And I was shocked, right? And so it made me realize that there are ways for us to improve our lives just through our thoughts, right? And so that's really early on in raising our kids when they were really young and we were really struggling. I thought, I'm going to do this, right? So I sat back and I kind of imagined the kind of world that we wanted to live in. And it wasn't until years later that I actually realized we had built that world. And it was through a lot of effort and a lot of strategies and a lot of tactics and a lot of failure and a lot of success. But it was my dream to create a happy family, to create a family where everybody loves each other and we thrive and we have a great time. And just last night, I had all the kids over for Ricky's birthday. We had a party. Everybody comes, everybody has a great time. And my kids want to be here. And that's really what we're all after, right? So that's kind of why I post what I do, why I do what I do, to let you see that it's possible and even probable if you know the strategies and techniques. And I did a master class last week. I don't think I'll do that again. I've got some other ideas to share with you to help you through that process. If you're struggling, I want to help. Come back often, see what I'm doing, give me a chance to just help your family. I know what it feels like to struggle. And I also know what it feels like to have a family that is happy and in love and loves to be together. And it's what we all want for our families ultimately. And I think that is. So come back and visit us often. Happy Martin Luther King Day. Have a great day. And I'll see you soon. Bye bye.